Okay, so hello, Angeliki.
Hello.
Uh, can you start by presenting yourself a little?
Perfect. Hello everyone. Hello. How do you pronounce your name? Sorry.
My name is Bromor, but call me bro. Everyone calls me bro, so
Hello, bro.
yeah.
So I'm Angeliki Sachlas. However, I simply go by Angelika. I'm a first year liberal arts student here at Marianopolis College. Some of my interests include fashion, law, literature, everything liberal artsy.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, yeah, so that's about it. That's the gist of me.
Right. So you're running for social activities, right?
I am.
So let's start with what is motivating you to run?
What's motivating me to run most right now is the fact that I've been locked up in my house for a little over a year now. I'm very social. I'm a social butterfly. That's my nickname. So I think that's what's really motivating me the most. How I can't wait to, if I can make a change for everyone else who's feeling the same way as me right now, that'd be so great.
Well, that's great. So what sets you apart from the other candidates?
I think what sets me apart most from the other candidates is I do have a lot of everyone has a lot of interesting ideas, but I think I have a lot to offer in the sense that, like I said, I'm a social butterfly, and the fact that I could connect with people very well, I think that's important. And I have a lot of friends at the college, and I know that everyone else, I know what everyone else is looking for. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's definitely interesting. I'll definitely come back to your extrovert your extrovertness later. So what do you think is the most challenging aspect of your position, and what will you do to overcome this issue?
I think the biggest challenge thrown at coordinator of social activities right now is that we're the one to potentially revive life at the college. You know what I mean? Because right now we're online. And so I feel like a lot of kids need to be like reintroduced to how to socialize and how to meet different people and meet new faces, work in a new environment. I think that's the biggest challenge for that position.
Okay, well, okay, so next, by what metric would you measure your success?
By what metric?
Like, how would you measure it?
I think, like, you mean what would make a successful campaign for me?
No, not campaign. I mean your tenure, like your term as a social activities coordinator. How would you, by the end of your term, what would make you say, I did a good job. I
Oh,
did what I yeah.
I think, like I mentioned in the question before, I think it's gonna be the best for me if I could go back on campus and I could just make everyone feel like, they're living life again. College is like supposed to be one of the funnest, you know, time frames of your life. And so if everyone could have fun and work in a safe environment, then I'd feel like I did, my absolute best.
All right, that's definitely interesting. So the next one is a bit more pointed. If a student asked you for advice on how best to contribute to the Marinopolis community, what would you tell them?
Um, I think that Marianopolis is a very community-like school. And so I think you have to go in with a very open mind, even if you're an introvert. I know a lot of introverts that go to Marianopolis. You just have to be willing to meet new faces, work with everyone else, and, just contribute to the community.
Okay, and finally, if one day you had to choose between fulfilling your duties as a member of Congress or your duties as a friend, what would you choose to do?
Um, Obviously, friendship is something that's going to be eternal in my life, right? So I would choose friendship, but Congress, it's still a task of mine and I would still work very hard, but friendship definitely.
All right. So next we're going to look a little bit like about the stuff in your platform. What do you have in there? So as you said earlier, you're a very extroverted person, right? But as you know, some people, and I can attest to that, some people are very who are introverts. They're very intimidated by people who are
Right,
very outgoing, right?
right, right.
They feel repelled, or they don't get it, and I can attest to that. But how would you approach? Because the people who need, I think, who need the most help in terms of integrating the Marinopolis student life are the introverts, the people who stay in their own corners, right? How would you reach out to them?
Um, that was, yes, I understand that too, because like I said, I think just as many extroverts as there are at Marianopolis, there has to be as many introverts, right? And so my plan is, like, whether online or in person, I want to make events to cater to everyone's needs. I think it's really important right now to make sure that everyone's doing all right and understanding how important mental health is. I feel like before the pandemic, a lot of people were like taking mental health for granted. Now I feel more than ever, we really have to tend to everybody's needs. And whether in person or online, I plan on doing that. I plan on making, a good and comfortable environment for all.
Right. Actually, about mental health, this has been addressed before, but I want to see what's your take on it. It's been a big issue during online school. Mental health has been, because a lot of students are cooped up inside. It's been rough, but the response from the school has been more or less lackluster according to the students. So, do you have any specific social activities and like to address that? Because especially keep in mind that there have been activities already organized by Congress that have been more or less successful, or have catered to a small minority of students who are willing to go out there. But uh, the students who need the most help are obviously the ones who are completely shut off, who are not willing to like get help, because they're just that deep in it. How are you going to help the students who are in worse shape?
Yeah, I understand that completely. And it's really sad because there's like been stats out there that like this has been affecting university and college students the most. We haven't been to school for a very long time, and for online I have a whole plan, and I do want to continue to do workshops, academic, innovational, reflective, constructive, conferencing, all of that. I want to do all different types to cater to everyone's needs. I want to do online one-on-one counseling, mental health and educational. I think we have to like steer a little bit away from that too, though, because like you said, some people are scared and cooped up, and I want to encourage everyone to go and get out there, meet some new faces, talk. So I wanted to also do some, for example, online fitness classes where people could take their mind off things, get some physical activity in. We could do those before, after, during AP. We could also do some study hall Zooms. I know that those are popular for a lot of university students. So we could bring that to Marianopolis, where kids could join like at any time of the day, just to, have another person face to face, right? I was also thinking Zoom parties. That's like the only way we could party right now. And if we're going to keep college party culture alive, we have to do it some way. So
That's interesting. You mentioned that, because last election, actually, for doing the presidential, vice presidential election, the platform Discord has been brought up a lot,
yeah.
and a lot of students, who are the more on the introvert side, are very active on Discord. They have their own servers, private servers, and so on. So I want to ask you: are you active on Discord, or do you have any friends who are active on Discord?
I'm not active on Discord. I do have a lot of friends. I know the debate club is on Discord. So like you said, a lot of students are interested in Discord. We could definitely integrate that into, the online program that we'd have to cater to the students and like their social life, let's say, because that's very important.
Yeah, because when you want to organize social activities, you have to be where the students are, right?
Exactly. Absolutely. So if we do end up doing something, Discord would be a great idea, like you said.
All right, so you would be willing to become active on Discord as a Congress member.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Well, then that's great to hear. I think a lot of students will be pleased by that. Uh, and finally, well, not finally, but as we keep going on this line of question, uh, on your platform, like on your official campaign post, you talk a lot about yourself, and obviously that's really important.
Mhm.
But what are you actually going to do? If you had a flagship social activity that like you really want to like, that's like the one thing. If there's one thing you would do, that would be the thing. Because as you know, in Congress, you're not alone. You're working with 12 other people.
Right.
So yeah, you have to. There's a lot of concessions and compromise, and it's not necessarily that the administration would even accept. So what if there was one social activity that you would fight tooth and nail to get done? What would it be?
So I haven't actually released all of my social activities yet. I'm gonna do that very soon, more towards the end of
It
the
is tomorrow, so you
Yeah,
better get
I
that
know,
going.
I have to. I'm actually gonna post it this evening. But
Do you want to reveal it now?
I don't know. I don't know. I think my main thing I need to do, like I told you earlier, my goal is to just get everyone back into like a social life. You know what I mean?
Mm.
If there was one event out of all of the ones I'm trying to organize, I think I want to do something along the lines of a prom, but let's not call it prom because high school's over. We're going to call it some sort of like gala nights. I think the class of 2022 would love that. I would love that. So,
Yeah,
you know,
gala is definitely an appealing word in that regard.
there you
Uh,
go.
yeah, yeah, and finally, if there's one thing you want to tell all the students in Marinopolis, what would it be?
I want to tell everyone, as the coordinator of social activities, that I have so much planned for everyone, whether online or in person. Like, just to be realistic, right? Whether online or in person, I want to give everyone a chance to say like, "Wow, what a college experience!" You know what I mean? I want to get everyone to have a social life, even if we're cooped up in our room. I feel like right now, a lot of us are getting discouraged because this is going over a year, right? I just want to bring everyone to a good place, a good state of mental health, a good state of happiness. I want to just bring positivity. I think that's what I have to say to everyone.
All right, and a little bit more, question that's on this around this subject of social activities. Marinopolis is very diverse, has a very diverse student body, right? Both in terms of we talk a lot about ethnicity, right? Like black students, Asian students, but there was this specific issue that was brought up in the presidential vice presidential election, and it was about language. That we live in Quebec, a francophone province, and there is a glaring lack of francophone activities in college. Several students have pointed that out. Do you have anything that caters specifically to like any language groups, whether because we have a lot of sinophones as well, people who speak Chinese, right, and a lot of francophones as well. Actually,
Yeah.
60% of our student body comes from francophone high schools. So, do you have anything related to that?
Um, like you said, a big percentage of kids are bilingual, even trilingual. I myself, I speak English, French, and Greek fluently. So I think that it would be so nice, uh, because of the ethnic diversity that we have at the school, to just, I don't know, showcase that a little more. If I could in any way organize some sort of, I don't know, like you said, the ethnicities, the languages, I feel like that could be celebrated and showcased even more. So that would be an amazing idea for an event.
All right. Well, I mean, I think that's a nice way to end it. So, thank you very much for coming.
Thank
And
you.
I just if there's one thing I can tell you is be prepared for the debate tomorrow because you have opponents, right? They're
I
definitely
do,
gonna.
I do. It's a tough competition.
Yeah, they're so just be ready, and my colleague C1, she's gonna handle the moderation. So all I can tell you is know your platform, look at your opponent's platform, and good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you very much.